Alright, hello guys and welcome back to Higurashi. I know it's a little cursed, but feeling better this episode, because last episode it didn't go so well when I said that, but I actually am feeling better. I'm not 100% better, so I probably will still cough here and there, but probably already from just this intro, probably already sounds better. But yeah, last time we have hatched up a plan with Shion and Kasai to stop Rena's scheme, but another problem popped up that Rena and Tepe are currently doing their Badger game scheme on Rena's dad. So this one's a lot more difficult to handle. I wonder if there is a way just to intimidate Tepe and Rena using the Sonozakis again, because this one's a lot less. There's a lot less of a cleaner route to solving the problem, like the Satoko problem. Because the Satoko problem, best way to do it is stop Rena from dying, or just stop Tepe from coming into Hinamizawa. This one, it's already going active. It's a lot harder without it being like looking less conspicuous as we did with the door switching thing we're gonna do with the robbery attempt. So I don't really know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I think maybe if the Sonozakis just tell them to stop, or maybe have the police that get even Oishi to say that they're on to them, is probably the best way. I don't think you can just solve it with just kids. Maybe you can threaten them, but just don't leave it to Rena, because Rena's gonna end up killing, obviously. Maybe if you bring the whole group of the club members to confront them and say they'll call the police and stuff, or bring some actual proof of Rena siphoning money to the dad himself, and maybe he will break it off or something. There's plays, but it's gonna be a lot less clean compared to what we've seen before. But anyways, let's continue forward and see what Rika and Keiichi do about it. What they hatch. It wasn't like it was her fault. She very seriously and bravely fought against fate, probably Rita talking about Rena, because she wanted to protect what she held dear, because she didn't want to lose it. That was her amazingly strong and dignified kindness, and her love. But she realized she thought too hard about wanting to love someone. As such, she forgot how to be loved and ended up alone.
Rika-chanにもできる努力があったのにしなかった。
Rena's words from back then suddenly came back to me. It was a shock like being splashed with cold water. In that moment, I couldn't say anything back, like I was completely frozen. From Sumi Horoboshi. Her words denounced my failure to make an effort last year, and now I could only look back on the scars of those past memories. The regret, disappointment, and guilt couldn't be put into words. Even now, they blame me, and I feel deep pain every time I see Satoko remembering Satoshi. At that time, if I only had the power to break my destiny. No, if only I had the determination and will to do it. Then the tragedy Rena caused would never have begun at all.
それ、本当か?
Rena experienced that tragedy in a previous world. A sorrowful world that drove Rena to protect her home. Her father was being deceived in a marriage scam, decided to rob him, so Rena murdered Rina Mamiya and her accomplice Tepe Hojo with her own hands. What's worse, the story didn't end there. Her guilt and regret fostered paranoia, making her distrust her friends, eventually leading to tragedy. Classic school kidnapping hostage situation. Rika randomly taunting Rena for no reason. It was pretty crazy.
確かに、ありえない話じゃないな。そんな奴らに家族をめちゃくちゃにされたら、俺だってそう考えるかもしれない。それに、やっぱり罪を償わずに隠したんじゃ、不安と疑心暗鬼でおかしくなっちまうかもな。
信じてくれるのですか？
まあ運命ってよりその可能性をな。リカちゃんの予言するその未来ってのはもしかしたら現実になるかもしれないことだ。だから当然だろ。
When we talked on the way back from the coffee shop, Keiichi believed in me yet again. He is maddeningly simple-minded and too soft for his own good. But more than anything else, I was deeply thankful for that kind receptiveness, like a piece of cotton gently soaking in the water around it.
じゃあレナにそのことを注意しておかないとな。とリカちゃん、
I don't think warning Ren about it's gonna be enough,
何ですか？
to be honest, but we'll see.
まさかまたなんて考えてないよな。
No, that's so stupid. It's actually so stupid. She wouldn't do that again.
僕はそんな意地
Maybe
悪
if
さ
we
んで
do
はないのです。
convince Rena, you'd have to probably beat her in a debate though. And you'd definitely have to suggest a plan to stop this scheme. I puffed my cheeks and glared at Keiichi. I realized it was just a joke, but I was a little upset. I wish he'd hurry up and fix that Shion-like persistence of his.
とりあえず
Don't let it
事
rub
実
off
は
on him.
伝えた方がいいのです。でも
I suddenly spoke up about what was nagging at my heart.
もしレナが家族のことを大切に思っているなら、ちゃんと僕たちの言うことを
Nope.
冷静に聞いてくれますでしょうか。
I do not think she's gonna be calm. I actually think she's gonna go debate mode. That's what she usually does when she gets angry. And it's very hard to beat
そ
her.
れどういう意味だ？
正直レナはリナのことを嫌っていると思います。でも前にエンジェルノートで見かけた時はそれを押し隠して父親の気持ちを守ろうとしていました。
It's not hard to hate Rena. She's a very bad person,
そんな
to be
レナが
honest.
リナが父親を実は騙していたと知ったらどう考えるでしょうか。
Angry. I grew more and more anxious while making my own predictions. The sad music. Rena is normally bright, cheerful, and friendly. But when she gets angry, her emotions erupt like a raging inferno, and she loses all self-control. Yep. And she's as quick to take action as Keiichi. But to put it in a bad way, she has a tendency to rampage. Yep. Rampage tendency. Rena certainly has been blaming herself, thinking she caused her parents' divorce. Her home was broken because she didn't put in enough effort to protect it. I kind of remember her saying that in a previous world. So if Rena learns that her father is being swindled by a terrible woman, she'll probably use any available means to wipe her away and protect him. In other words, we ourselves could be pushing Rena to cause a tragedy. It's very risky. We need like a
火に
plan.
油を注ぐという言葉もあります。
For sure.
もしこのことを教えたらレナは敵意をそのまま殺意に変えてしまうのではないでしょ
Good
う
thing we have the word magician on our side. Surely
だ
we
から
got this.
ちゃんと話し合えばいいんじゃないか。
Yeah. Planning is proper.
それに相手を殺しても何の解決にもならないし、それどころか不幸になるってことくらいレナにとってわかるさ。
Plus she'll get the flashback buff that all the characters did in this arc.
ケイイチは
Like
楽観的に
Matsuri
考えすぎなのです。
リカちゃんが悲観的なのかもしれないぞ。
Without even knowing my concerns. How naive.
それに
Sensing my misgivings, Keiichi suddenly stopped smiling at me and spoke up.
レナってさ、確かに一度思い込んだら意外に頑固なところがある。
True.
っていうより自分自身でそう思い込んでいるところがあるよな。
思い込んでですか？
ああ、レナは自宅のコレクションとか作ってきた弁当のこととか 可愛いモードとか自分のキャラを積極的に出してくるだろ。だけど時々それが行き過ぎてその理想像から外れると全てダメ。他の人には受け入れてもらえないなんて実際は勝手な思い込みなんだけど、そこまで自分をアイドルみたいに作らなくてもいいのにな。
そうなのですか？
So Keiichi realized that even that I hadn't noticed at all. Like an idol, huh? True. That's actually a pretty good description of Rena's personality. How she always tries to be positive and stuff like that. When you put it like that, I can agree. We all hide our nasty sides, but we don't consider them an inferiority or anything, because that's perfectly natural. But for some reason, Rena is obsessed with keeping herself clean. Not icky. Trying her hardest to be a good girl, and that led to the past tragedy, going on a rampage without talking to anyone.
だから俺がレナってなんか元気がないなって感じるのは逆に色々と振る舞ってみせる時だ。特に最近ミートボール弁当を異常なくらいにたくさん作っていただろ。
She did make a lot of meatballs. I did not do Keiichi the detective. I didn't. It's actually pretty impressive. I wonder if people reading this like got the signs that there's something wrong with Ren in those scenes, because I didn't really see it.
俺はなんとなくだけどあれって寂しい気持ちを外とのつながりで中和しているように見えてさ。
She's literally trying to bury her loneliness in a mountain of meatballs.
逆に家で何かあったのかなって感じた。
なんだか難しいのです。
昔さ東京の時にいたんだよ、そういうやつ。
Is it yourself?
突然約束とか前触れもなしに
Oh,
漫画とか
no.
おもちゃを持ってきて
Never mind.
仲良し同士で盛り上がるんだけど、なんだか必死な感じだった。
Keiichi had friends? I
後
thought
で
he was
聞いたら
friendless.
そいつそういう時の前日に決まって親と喧嘩したりトラブルがあったりしたって聞いたな。
When you're feeling insecure, perhaps it makes you want to confirm your own sense of existence.
そういうものでしょうか？
Rika really meeps a lot in this arc. She just folds it into her normal sentence like, I see. She usually doesn't meep this much, I think.
サトコもきっとそれを感じたんじゃないかな。でなきゃ泊まりに行くなんていきなり言い出さないと思う。実際俺たちみんな気にしてたからさ。
I hung my head, feeling embarrassed. It's inexcusable, but I had no idea. I just thought Satoto's sleepover was a spur of the moment thing. Me too, honestly. Keiichi's digging deep, man. Good on him. He's usually pretty clueless, and he still is kind of clueless in other aspects, but good job, Keiichi. Everyone is putting a lot of thought into these things, genuinely thinking about their friends and doing their best to be strong for them. I've had thousands of encounters with them up until now, but have I ever really tried to think about or understand my friends to this extent?
すごいのです。ケイイチ
True?
もサトコも。
Factual comments to Toto is amazing.
見習わないといけないん
Haters
で
are
す。
seething.
まあそんなに口で言うほど大したことはしてないけどな。だけどどんな時でもその時の全力で力になる。それが仲間ってもんだろ。
Keiichi smiled at me as he said that. I hated to admit it, but the Keiichi of this world was far more mature than I, and I'm 1,000 years old.
このことをどうやって伝えるのがレナにとって一番かだよな。そうだな。
Do a cute finger puppet show. No, don't. I feel like you need maybe more people, but the last time, maybe that's not gonna work, because the last time they did that, Rena just roasted everyone, and then she just won the debate. I don't know. Maybe you should think of a solution to the problem before confronting her, because she's just trying to say, oh, I see you don't want me to kill them, then what should I do? And then you're gonna be like, I don't know, then should I fuck it, I'm gonna go kill them then.
信頼して自分から話しに来てもらうのを
But
待
she
つという手
does...
もあるのです。
I don't think we should, because Rena just doesn't in Sumi Horoboshi. Now, it might be different. She might get the flashback buff early, but I don't think that's right. Keiichi looked troubled, so I gently made a suggestion. In fact, even in the previous world, this problem was solved just by Rena having a talk with Mion. Oh yeah! Dude, I forgot about that. In Minagoroshi. Yeah, Rena just did talk with Mion, and then they just solved it. Never mind, there's blueprints the whole time. I totally forgot about that scene, honestly. So maybe it is easy. And she might just get the buff. But this world's a little funky, so I don't know if you should leave it to fate. This world's a little odd. As long as Rena still deeply trusts her friends, our current concerns are nothing but needless anxiety. But there's still a possibility it'll have the opposite effects.
まあ確かにそれも一つの手だよな。
レナは僕たちの仲間なのです。仲間だったらレナのことをもっと信頼してあげてもいいと思うのですよ。
However, Keiichi shook his head in disagreement.
相談するのってさ、されるよりする方がずっと気が重いもんだ。
That is true. It takes a lot of courage to talk about a problem. Rather than someone ask, hey, you're looking down, what's up? Going to someone and actually like asking them to listen to your problem or asking for help is a lot more than responding to someone asking you about it.
だからそのせいでレナが遠慮して勝手に判断して暴走して。
I mean, that's what she did in Sumi Horoboshi. She just couldn't tell anyone and just decided to kill them because she just couldn't think of she couldn't talk to anyone and she couldn't think of a better way. And you know, that's the final solution usually.
取り返しがつかなくなる可能性だってあるんじゃないか。
Yep. We can't let Rena kill even Rena, because the order is she kills Rena and then she kills Teppei the day after. We can't even let her take the first step. When Keiichi pointed that out, I was suddenly taken aback. That was just like last year with Satoshi. Back then, we were all thinking of waiting until Satoshi came to talk to us, which means we effectively did nothing. And what was the result? Satoshi went off on a rampage and was suspected of killing his aunt. I mean, he did kill his aunt. And ultimately, he disappeared. Rita knows about it though, right? Rita knows about Satoshi's in the fucking basement, being experimented on, or trying to be cured. In many ways, it was a worst case scenario. I don't like saying if or maybe, but even if it would have been meddlesome, if he had just tried talking to Satoshi about our concerns, maybe he wouldn't have disappeared. No, that's not all. Even in the previous worlds, it was the same with Rena. Back then, Rena told us.
本当に不幸な人はね、必死なんだよ。
Who on earth was it that drove Rena that far? Keiichi? Mion? Satoto? Or was it me? Sure, I could tell there was some issue keeping Rena in low spirits, but I didn't know that it was motivated by family problems. By the time I realized that, it was already over and there was no turning back. Humans are not that strong. True. So even if you want someone to help you, the more patient and kind-hearted you are, the more determination and courage it takes to find the opportunity to take the first step. So if you don't give them that opportunity and just sit around and pretend to care for them, no one's gonna open their heart to you, right? It was thanks to Keiichi's meddling that I decided I could talk things over with him, wasn't it?
僕はまだ努力が足りなかったのですね。
As I muttered that, I drooped my head. After being reincarnated thousands of times, the same conversations continued happening over and over, like a broken record. As a result, I stopped contributing the moment I could foresee how things would develop. I'd say, this is how it is, and resign myself. I probably missed a few opportunities in there.
リカちゃん
Keiichi plopped a hand on my head and gently stroked my hair. He's stealing Rita's own moves, using the head pad against her. I could feel the soft, comfortable touch through my hair. My cheeks started turning red just a little bit. The rare Keiichi x Rita pairs. I used to have one of those. I forgot who it was. Someone who was like their favorite pairing was Keiichi and Rita, mainly from what happened in Minagroshi and Matsubayashi. But I didn't see it, honestly. Keiichi is kind of like Rita's savior, low key. He definitely at least starts things off a lot.
Keiichi.
The X factor. No, you know me. You know me, bro. I'm a Mion and Keiichi purist.
できることがあるならそれを全力でやろうぜ。結果は後からついてくるし、それに失敗してもまた別の方法を考えればいいさ。
Keiichi smiled as he said that. When I saw that, I finally began to smile too. Honestly, you really are such an incredibly kind-hearted person. Bam. New song? Change it up? There we go. Too depressing, man. It's a fucking Saturday. Can't go into the night depressed. After school the next day, we used a desire to see Rena's collection as a pretense to hang out at her house later today. We're going in.
いいけど突然どうしてかな。
Maybe we'll see Rena face to face. Rena quizzically tilted her head to the side after hearing our sudden request, but Satoto abruptly interrupted our conversation. I mean, Satoto's already seen it from the sleepover.
一人かは私の話を聞いて羨ましくなったのでございますわ。
Good cover, Satoto, helping us without even realizing it. Come to think of it, Satoto did stay at Rena's house last Sunday.
なんだか前に見た時よりもさらにグレードアップしておりましたのよ。
Grade up.
特にあの信号機なんてどうやって手に入れたのかしら。
She has a whole ass traffic light.
最近ゴミ山で可愛いものがいっぱいある場所を見つけたの。
Yeah, I just found one on the street and I just cut that shit down, you know? They're not using it. It's a rural environment. Nobody cares about traffic lights here.
週末また探しに行くからさとこちゃんもどうかな。それもいいですわね。
Damn, Satoto's becoming garbage pilled. We've never seen this development. Rare Satoto development.
私もレナさんに負けずにレアなお宝をゲットしてみせますわ。
She can probably find some good components to traps in the garbage dump, honestly.
ダメだよ。可愛いのはレナがお持ち帰りするんだから。
The two of them were getting well along. Thanks to that, it was even easier than expected to get Rena to agree to a visit. Nice work, Satoto.
あそこは幽霊が出るから近寄らない方がいいらしいのですよ。
I remember that from... Actually, was that from Sumi Horoboshi? It might have been from Honor Takushi, too.
ニタ
The ghost of the foreman.
ー縁起でもないなそれ。
Don't be a chicken.
けど私もレナのコレクション
Oh,
久々に
everyone's
見てみたいな。
It's good to have backup.
一緒してもいいかなケイちゃん。ミーはこの後渡辺氏の打ち合わせが入ってい
Let
る
her
のです。
come. More Mion is never a bad thing.
だからご一緒はできないのですよ。
Maybe it would have been awkward to have someone come who's not part of the plan. But she has power.
なんで知ってるのリカちゃん。お社様から受信した。電波が届いたのですよ。ニタ
Radio signaled from Hanyu. In reality, I confirmed the schedule with Kichiro. I originally suggested that Mion come along for today's visit to the Ryuju household, but Keiichi sternly rejected the idea. Maybe because she can't get a good read on the situation. Okay, fair enough.
まあミオはまた今度ってことで。俺も渾身の力で掘り出したランディ君元気でやってるか見に行きたいしな。
I just realized it, but do you think Keiichi's undershirt is the same red wife beater? Or is that like a different... Men really likes red shirts, huh? I don't think I have a single red shirt. I have red on shirts, but it's usually like black base with red stuff on it. Because I'm edgy.
今でも時々一緒に寝てるんだから。
Jesus? Colonel Randy? Living the life? Is Rena seriously sleeping with the statue of a white-bearded old man at her bedside? I'd rather not be the first thing... I'd rather not be the first thing I see when I wake up.
というわけでリカちゃん帰ったらレナの家に集合。ゴーだ。
ゴー
な
だ。
のですよ、ニパー。それじゃあお茶とお菓子準備して待ってるからね。
We were all getting excited. Mion, on the other hand, was pouting and feeling left out.
ブーブー。最近ケイちゃんってリカちゃんとばっかり。
She's jealous. Also, Boo Boo.
おじさんつまんないぞ。
Can we get a replay on the Boo Boo? It was cute.
ブーブー。最近ケイちゃんってリカちゃんとばっかり。おじさんつまんないぞ。
Boo Boo.
浮気は男の解消ですわよ。
Don't say it like that, Satoko.
本気だったら許しませんけどね。
Okay. She's protected. Satoko protect Rika? Seems typical, honestly.
大丈夫だってみーちゃん。最後はケイチくんちゃんとみーちゃんのところへ帰ってきてくれるから。
So true.
そうだよね。ケイチくん。
Why is this cursed?
待てちょっと待て。
Yeah, come on, Keiichi. You're supposed to marry her.
そもそも浮気とかその前になんだそのデフォルト設定は。俺とミオはそういう関係じゃないと何度言ったらわかる。
Yet.
しかもレナに佐藤。お前ら目がマジで怖えぞ。
I mean, Satoko just looks normal. Rena does look terrifying.
こーらミオンお前も真っ赤になってないで少しは否定しろ。
So I'm Keiichi's mistress, huh? How amusing.
やっぱり熟女よりも若い果実が一番なのですよ。ニパー。
Don't ever say that without this context.
不潔だよケイチくん。お仕置き。
Oh, we're getting bopped. Whoa! Rare variation. Hold on. New thumbnail just dropped. Rare variation of Mach Punch. Let's go.
レナちょっと待ってよ。
Rika praying.
話をちゃんと聞あ
I'm dead.
誰が熟女だ。おばさんだ。
Well, you are the most mature in the class.
なら自分をおじさんなんて言わなきゃいいんですよ。
I guess you're technically not. Shion's technically like a second mature. Or I don't know how much the delay was.
あんたもどっから湧いてきたシオン。もちろん今日もサトコに強化訓練を。これは新作アスパラのベーコン巻きで。
People, hot take. I do not like bacon wrapped asparagus. I think, does it make the asparagus taste better? Probably, but it kind of just ruins the bacon taste. Just eat them separately. Like asparagus, it's not my favorite vegetable. I do eat them. I like them a little crunchy, not like soggy. But I don't know about bacon wrapped. My philosophy on shit is just like I like a simple burger, and I'll just have a side of salad. You don't need to put that salad on the burger. You don't need to go crazy with your burger. Just eat them separately, or it'll just Like, sure, that maybe it'll make the salad taste a little bit better, but it'll definitely put the burger down more. It's a more loss than gain in my opinion. But it's not horrible. I don't know. I'd rather just have bacon and asparagus on its own.
アスパラはご勘弁と前に申し上げましたのに。
Asparagus taste-wise is definitely a step down from squash and pumpkins to Toko. I don't blame you. The club members were especially fun and lively today. And so, I want to protect that. I don't want to lose it. As I thought that, I prayed that my feelings would be enough to get me through to Rena. Praying to a god that was no longer at my side. Yeah, this is gonna get spicy. I already know it. We're probably also gonna see Rena there. Tension coursed through my entire body when we arrived in front of Rena's house. Every single step we took would influence our fate. I closed my eyes like I was in prayer. Rena, no matter what, we're your friends. I swear we'll avoid this tragedy.
よし。
I opened my eyes once again and nodded to Kichi beside me. Isn't it crazy that Rena has a moat? Like, what's the point of this water shit here? Is it for like the plants or whatever? It's kind of dank though to have like a whole moat. Kichi remained silent and looked back at me with a serious expression, completely unlike the relaxed atmosphere he displayed in the classroom. Without a doubt, I absolutely want to prevent Rena's tragedy. I braced myself, then rang the doorbell at the front door of Rena's house. I could hear the doorbell ring, even from the outside of the house. At the same time, I could hear the pitter-patter of footsteps approaching from within. The door opened and Rena greeted us with a big smile.
ケイキくん、リカちゃん、いらっしゃい。
Rena was dressed in an apron, suggesting she was doing housework in the kitchen. Judging by that, I could tell she was trying to get things ready for our arrival.
おう、上がるぞ。
お邪魔しますです。はい、上がって上がって。
Rena set out some slippers for us, then ushered us inside. Everything around felt bright, carefree, and warm. I started feeling a little guilty. It was depressing thinking about the conversation we were about to have with Rena. There's no way she was going to enjoy the topic we're planning to discuss here. No, the subject will only make her grieve. I put on a floral patterned slippers Rena recommended while tightly holding the hem of my skirt. Truth be told, I'd rather deal with this without discussing it. Still, there's no way we could leave here without talking about it. This is for everyone's sake, and of course that includes Rena. I repeated that to myself over and over. Rare? No, we've probably seen this background before, but we don't see it a lot. Rena escorted us to a room and offered us cookies and juice. Excuse me? Cookies and milk is the combo? I ain't dipping my cookies in fucking orange juice. The cookies were star-shaped and had a charming homemade feel to them.
そのクッキーどうかな？かな？
I munched on a cookie. Rena stared straight at me as I did, like she was waiting for my verdict.
見た？とっても美味しいのです。
I sincerely smiled and answered as such. Then Rena ecstatically raised her hands in the air.
やったー！渾身のレナスペシャルなんだよ。
The Rena special.
たくさん食べてほしいな。ちょっと待っててね。
Rena sat a plate of cookies down in front of us, then rushed out of the room in a flash. Was it just my imagination, or did I sense a very sweet aroma coming in from the other side of the door?
確かに、これはうまいけど。
Keiichi quietly muttered that, and I felt a flash of anxiety too. No way. Maybe... Oh god. Swoosh. The door opened again, and as expected, I noticed a pile of cookies beyond the doorway. No, not just a pile. Rena was bringing a towering heap of cookies on a tray.
お待たせ。実はまだ他にもいっぱい焼いてたんだ
Oh
よ。
my god.
いっぱい食べてね。こっちはチョコレート味でしょ。こっちはミント味でしょ。
At least they're all
こっ
different.
ちはアーモンド入りなんだよ。
I mean, it's leftovers, baby. Can you really complain? Just take them to go in a doggy bag.
あとね、こっちはカニさんクッキーなの。
Mr. Crab? SpongeBob reference?
ほら、カニの形がチョキチョキしていて可愛いでしょ。こっちはイカさんクッキー。
Squidward reference?
足がニョロニョロなんだよ。
Oh god. Rena was thrilled to tell us all about her special cookies. Seeing Rena like that, there's no way I could tell her about her father. What am I supposed to do in this peaceful atmosphere? It would definitely be a sudden change in conversation, huh? Leave it to Kichi, maybe? Oh
悪
god.
いレナ。
The doom music. For a while, I nibbled at a cookie and looked down while searching for a good opportunity.
実は俺たちレナに話があるんだ。
And yet Keiichi was the one who cut through the calm, peaceful atmosphere. Rena immediately looked puzzled by his firm tone.
何かな、この。
レナの親父さんの話だ。
Oh shit, he's going right to it. I'm scared.
お父さんの。
Rena's face suddenly clouded over. Naturally, anyone would be anxious after suddenly being told they need to hear something about their father. But this is for everyone's sake, including Rena, in order to make everyone happy. Deep in my heart, I was thankful that Keiichi took the initiative in talking to Rena.
実は俺たちレナのお父さんらしい人の話をシオンから聞いてさ。
しーちゃんから。なんだろう。
Rena's eyes were anxiously shaking. She could probably tell from the look on our faces that it wasn't a very pleasant story. So right then, I addressed Rena. About your father. Oh god. Do I even need to save on these parts? I don't know, man. I'm recording Higurashi too fast. I think we will continue on. Just because the last couple episodes have been pretty stuffed. I'll just save out the choices though. It doesn't really hurt. Do you know a woman named Rena Mamiya?
うん、知ってるけど。それが。
その女の人ってクラブで働いてるんだろう。
I don't know if Rena knows that.
つまりその。
関係ないよ。
Yeah, don't judge someone by their occupation. Rena interrupted in a harsh tone. She had a slightly angry look in her eyes, staring into Keiichi.
どこで働いていようと関係ない。お父さんの好きになった人がどんな職業の人でも別にどうでもいいことだと思う。
It's actually a base take. I don't really. I know some people probably would care. I mean, I don't know if I date someone working in that industry, but hey, if you're fine with it, fuck it, dude. I have no problem.
違うかな。
いや違わない。
And escorts isn't.
Nah.
It's not like prostitution. It's weird. It's like soft prostitution. Like you don't pay for sex, you just pay to hang around them.
それどういう意味かな。
Pay to talk to them, you know? The look in Rena's eyes was starting to appear more and more dangerous. Yeah, I'm scared, man. That's strange. It's certainly not a fun thing to hear, but Rena's reaction is oddly combative, so I reflexively chimed in even though I thought it might be uncalled for. She is a bad person. Yeah, it's okay. We don't need... Since we made this save, we don't need to make another one here. Rena, what do you think of her?
どうって。それはどういう意味かな。てか言葉通りの意味なのです。レナ、正直に答えてください。
Rena kept quiet and grabbed herself a cookie. Then after she finished eating it, she muttered a reply.
あんまり好きじゃない。でも
My father likes her, it's not my business.
レナのうちね、お母さんがいないの。
Yeah, that's rough. Though her mom does seem like a terrible person. Honestly, you know, we talked about it a lot in Sumi Horoboshi, but it's like 100% the mom's fault that the relationship fell through. She was just cheating, dude. She was just cheating, no remorse, tried to get Rena to go with her. Literally, the father did nothing wrong. He was working his hardest, and she was just successful, and she just cheated. It was kind of fucked up. That backstory was really good though in Sumi Horoboshi. I always liked the Rena flashback. It kind of hit hard. I heard this story sometimes in the past, but I gazed up at Keiichi, wondering how things had played out in this world. He seemed to lightly catch his breath. I guess he didn't know.
レナが前の町に住んでいた時にね、他に好きな男の人を作って離婚しちゃった。勝手だよね。自分は好きな仕事続けて、お父さんはひたすら応援してきたのに。
I mean, don't get me wrong. Falling out of love happens, but she didn't like try at all. She just you shouldn't cheat when you're married. If you do feel like you're falling out of love, maybe discuss it with your partner, see the options, you know. Marriage counseling's a thing, and you know, if you can't fix it, then fuck it, get divorced. But I think you should really try before pressing that button, because marriage, you know, it's a serious thing, man. That's why you have to really make sure the relationship's right before you get married. Because I feel like if you really love someone, it's hard to like fall out of love that easily. And just like it was mainly her like attitude too that was really pissing me off, because she seems so like indifferent about it, everything.
そうなのか。
Didn't seem like she was hurt at all about the situation. But the dad was like devastated.
女の人ばかりのお店に通ってることは当然知ってるよ。
And it made sense. The dad's like falling for Rena, falling for a girl who's giving him all the attention, and he's going to these hostess clubs because his relationship was destroyed, man. It definitely left a scar on him.
でもお父さんは寂しいんだと思う。いきなり一人ぼっちになっちゃったからね。
True. Team dad. Rena's dad. Obviously every situation's different. I'm just talking about this situation.
寂しいんだからしょうがないと思う。それでそういう店に行くってレナは全然悪いことじゃないと思うよ。実際お父さんはリナさんと知り合ってからとっても元気になってくれたんだから。
And I'm on Match.com. But no, it is what it is. You just gotta be careful.
ああ。
So there's stories. There are stories about like people marrying hostesses and hosts and actually having a good relationship. But there's definitely, like, I feel like it just naturally comes with the job. Like there's probably some swindlers, like on a job where you sell your it's not even selling your body, selling your time, like that. It's deeper than that though, Rena.
けど何？
She's evil. She's a really evil person. Rena glared at Keiichi with hostility in her eyes as he tried to think of how to put it delicately. Yes, this is strange. It's like she's refusing to accept what Keiichi's trying to tell her. This reaction is totally unexpected. I didn't think it would be unexpected. I thought she would be super combative to this. Maybe because I'm a god at predicting stuff. It just seems with her character. She always does this. When you touch on a touchy subject and it gets her angry, she always goes into debate mode.
お父さんね、結婚するんだって。
No!
婚約指輪も渡して。
No! He paid for the
受け取ってくれたみたい。
ring! Oh, fuck.
リナさんも私に挨拶に来て、 気に入ってもらえるよう一生懸命頑張るからって笑って言ってくれたんだよ。
Rena's super greedy in this world, man. She's going for the Sonozaki cash stealing crime and the marriage. I mean, I think this would like kind of balance things out though. Like if this happened, if you just let her die, then I guess the Rena problem would have been solved, but the dad would have been super sad.
本当か？
嘘言ってどうするの？リナさんもお父さんもレナのためにいろいろと無理して気を使ってくれている。だからレナも少しくらいは我慢しなくちゃって思ってる。それおかしいかな？間違ってるかな？
いや、そんなことはない。
だったら圭一君。
See, this is what I'm talking about with debate mode. It's like really hard to argue with Rena, because she pushes on these questions where like they're right. Like it's not like she's wrong for being considerate, but it's like aggressively, and when you concede to that, it just gives her like more room, and you just feel like you're getting owned when it's like not even really part of the debate. We haven't even like revealed the information yet, and she's already owning us.
わざわざそんなことを言いにレナの家にまで来たの？みんな我慢してるのにそれをぶち壊しに来たの？もしかして一人だと不安だからリカちゃんを付き添いに連れて？
Help! Help! Rena scornfully glared at Keiichi. That's wrong. Rena has misunderstood something for a while now. With that thought guiding me, I rushed to speak up. Please don't get angry, Rena. I'm the one who told Keiichi. Just say that she's evil.
リカちゃんが？ど
We
うして？
haven't even, like, said the argument.
C に話を聞いて不安になったのです。マミやリナという女性のこと。
Rena's eyes were lightly shaking. But she seemed to be rethinking her hostility, and this time it was directed at me. Why, Rena? Why do you have that look in your eyes? I tried to speak up, but Keiichi held up a hand to stop me, and then he continued.
レナ、そのリナってやつのことどこまで知ってるんだ？
Keiichi's taking this well, though?
言ったよね。関係ないって。だから話すことなんてない。
じゃあ俺が勝手に話す。いいよな？
話しても聞かないよ。
Damn.
話したければお好きにどうぞ。
Just feels like we're getting owned so hard. Rena unpleasantly turned to look away as she said that. Even so, Keiichi remained calm and slowly began to speak as though Rena was still listening.
シオンから聞いた話だ。レナの親父さん、マミやリナの働いている店に頻繁に通ってるらしいな。それもほぼ毎日。その店って繁華街の中でもすげえ高い店らしいな。
It's a very expensive hobby. I don't think normally people would do it every day. It's more like a once a week thing, I think.
一回行くだけでも相当な金額だそうだ。だから常連客はすぐに顔が知れ渡るって聞いた。
そんな言い方やめて。
聞かないんじゃなかったのか？
Base owner?
だから俺が勝手に喋ってるだけだ。
Rena reached for a cup and took a sip of warm tea. Then she silently stared at the bottom of her cup while holding it in both hands.
はっきり言う。
Yes, thank you.
レナ、そのマミやリナってのは詐欺師だ。男と組んで結婚詐欺を働いてる。
Badger game.
え？
リナは最近ひなみ沢にカモを見つけたって言いふらしてるらしい。そしてその時の話で出てきた名字が竜宮だったそうだ。
It's definitely not a coincidence. I don't think there's another family called Ryugu here.
証拠は？
これもシオンからの情報だ。リナは物持ちのいい相手を見つけてはいいよって多額の金品をせしめているってな。その店でも有名になっているそうだ。
大人なんだからプレゼントだって高いものになるよ。そんなのお父さんの自由じゃないかな。
He is, but she doesn't like him.
なら正直に聞くけどさ、普通結婚まで考えてる相手にそこまでお金を使わせるものなのか？それに俺がもしレナとそんな関係になったとしたら。
お断りだね。レナにだって選ぶ権利はあるよ。こんな風におせっかい風吹かせて嫌なこといっぱい言ってくる人のお嫁さんになんか絶対なりたくない。
Rena spat those words out with a nasty look on her face. Keiichi let out a sigh after seeing that reaction and then rephrased his question.
じゃあミオンでもいい。サトコでもリカちゃんでも。
No, let's just say it was Mion.
もし結婚しようと本気で考えた相手なら俺は店になんか来させない。相手の気持ちを考えたら金もそうだけど他のやつに浮気してるかもなんて疑われるのごめんだからな。
普通の会社だって男性女性いっぱいいるよ。
Don't let her cook. It's totally different. A hostess club is totally different than an office job. You can't pretend that it's not.
そんなことを考えてたら結婚して働くなんてきっとできない。
She's masking the example by making a general.
普
For
通の
sure.
会社じゃないだろ。
Based. There we go, Keiichi.
これは恋愛した気分を楽しむ店の話だ。
This is what happens when you try to debate the word magician.
金を使ってな。
You can go toe to toe most of the time.
だからお父さんも寂しいんだってさっき言ったじゃない。
She's sidetracking. Put her back on. This is irrelevant.
もう一度言うぞレナ。
There we go.
親父さんは騙されてる。
Look, I'm coaching Keiichi right now. He's doing everything I'm saying to win the debate. It's
マミ
crazy.
やリナに。
Yay, it's the line. Pow? She powed? Rena violently slammed her cup into the table. The force of the impact was strong enough to make the mountain of cookies spill over. No!
さっきからおとなしく聞いていれば勝手なことばっかり。ケイイチ君はレナのお父さんをおバカさんだとでも思ってるの？
He is being fooled. I don't know if he's a fool, but he's being fooled.
詐欺をするような人かどうかちゃんと分かってじゃなきゃプロポーズなんてできないよ。
Come on, now Keiichi has to press that it's not really the dad's fault, it's Rena's fault for taking advantage of his loneliness, because you don't want to shit on the dad.
何言ってんだ。騙して結婚するから結婚詐欺だろ。
There you go, yeah, blame Rena, say it's Rena's fault who's doing it, not the dad.
しかもあいつは北条哲平ってやつと関係してるんだ。
Remember that guy? You know, the guy that beats Satoshi and Satoko? That's a cherry on top, right?
大体さっきからおかしいのはレナの方だろうが。シオンがわざわざ教えてくれた情報なのに何を頭から疑って聞いてるんだよ。
You just gotta keep beating the words into her until she gets a flashback, and then she's Gucci.
おかしい。おかしいのはケイイチ君の方だよ。
Rena's relentless though when you debate her, man. She just keeps grinding you down.
なんで関係のないレナのうちのことにそこまで口出ししてくるのかな。なんかしーちゃんに頼まれたの？ねえ。
関係ないことあるか。
We're friends.
レナは俺たちの仲間だ。
There you go.
仲間が悩んで苦しんでいることを見過ごすなんて俺にはできないんだよ。
Keiichi was owning Rena in the Sumi-Horoboshi debate until Oishi gave her the trump card, but she doesn't have that trump card. So I think Keiichi definitely would have won before.
仲間？
Oh god. It's happening again though.
お笑いだね。
Damn.
相手の気持ちも考えずに傷跡に刃物突き立ててグリグリ掘り返すような人なんて仲間じゃないよ。それに誰が悩んでるって？苦しんでるって？ケイイチ君、委員長になってずいぶん偉くなったんだね。
Don't blame it on his class representative thing. What the heck?
顔と雰囲気でわかるとでも言いたいの？
What? She's waffling, dude. She's the king of
でもおあい
waffling.
にくさま、
And making you think you're losing even though she's saying stuff that's irrelevant.
レナは全然悩んでもないし苦しくもないんだよ。
I'm totally sane.
これからちゃんと幸せをつかむんだから。
嘘だな。
Ooh, hit her with her own catchphrase.
嘘じゃない。
She hits back with an explosion sound? Right. No matter how stubborn Rena can be, this is still odd. Rather than defending her father, Rena's more focused on refuting what Keiichi has to say, but she doesn't want to admit it. What's more, this information directly came from Shion. That alone should be enough to prove we're acting with good intentions, and yet she's dismissing information from her friends as lies. Isn't this just like the Rena when she caused that tragedy?
レナ、C の話が信じられないのですか？
C ちゃんがどういうつもりでリナさんのことをそんな風に悪く言うのか知らない。でも変なことを言ってレナを迷わせないで。
She's too happiness-pilled?
私はこの結婚を祝福して信じることに決めたの。
I guess in this world, she's not as, like, suspicious and snooping. It's because she never saw Rena herself. Maybe that's the difference between this and Sumi Horoboshi. Because in Sumi Horoboshi, she literally saw Rena planning this out. But in this time, like, because Rena killed Rena when Rena was trying to ask her to, like, be friends because they're getting married. But since Rena saw the evidence herself, she decided to take action. But maybe, like, if she didn't, she would be, like, that in Sumi Horoboshi.
これはもう決まったことなんだよ。
決まったことだと？
だってこれはお社様がそうしなさいって言ったんだから。
no. On you, why are you fucking everything up? Then Rena shouted that in a harsh tone. We're owned?
お社様だって？
POV switch? Actually, with the POV switch, I think we'll end it here. Anyways, good epi. Hopefully it wasn't too disruptive. Sorry, I was still coughing and sneezing, but I definitely didn't sound like I was dying like I did last episode. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode, and next time we'll continue the great debate with Rena. Now I think Rika might chime in, because she knows Hanyu's not here. Or at least she knows that Rena is already developing the Hinamizawa syndrome. Obviously that's what's happening. So we're gonna need a lot. It takes a lot to talk her down like that. We definitely need some Keiichi magic. Hopefully we'll reach it though. I just will have to see next time. Bye for now.